Kelly, however, was quick to correct one detail. She never called Al Roker sweetie. That, she insisted, was Mark adding his own dramatic flair to the retelling of the story. Regardless, the incident made for a memorable misunderstanding that has since turned into a recurring joke between the two. Of course, Mark eventually admitted, as they both laughed about the situation on air. A missed dinner date with Al Roker. As the couple reminisced, they realized that, despite their long-standing friendship with Al Roker, they had never actually followed through on making dinner plans with him. "We never did have that couple's date," Kelly mused, suggesting that perhaps they should finally make it happen. With their history of entertaining stories, it's easy to imagine that a dinner with Kelly, Mark, and Al Roker would lead to another hilarious tale for Live with Kelly and Mark. Maybe this time, Mark wouldn't be so quick to assume the worst. At one point, Mark had the opportunity to step into the shoes of a weatherman as part of a segment on Live with Kelly and Mark. However, in the middle of the broadcast, he accidentally used one of Al Roker's signature phrases from the competition network, leading to some good-natured ribbing from both Kelly and the audience. Al Roker's influence on the television industry is undeniable, and it's no surprise that his catchphrases are ingrained in the minds of fellow broadcasters, even those from rival networks. Kelly's playful tease, "He's my lover." Kelly, never one to let an opportunity for humor pass her by, wrapped up the segment with a joke that made the audience laugh even harder. Referring to Al Roker, she quipped, "He's my lover." Mark, having learned his lesson from the text message debacle, took it in stride this time. With a smirk, he responded, "I condone that." The playful exchange was a perfect example of the light-hearted banter that keeps fans coming back to Live with Kelly and Mark each morning. The secret to Kelly and Mark's enduring marriage. While this particular mix-up may have been a moment of temporary confusion, it ultimately highlighted the strength of Kelly and Mark's relationship. They have built a marriage filled with trust, humor, and an ability to laugh at life's unexpected twists. Their chemistry on screen is a reflection of their off-screen dynamic. Whether they're teasing each other about a misunderstanding, reminiscing about past memories, or simply enjoying each other's company, their relationship is a testament to the power of humor and communication. This is part of why audiences love them. Unlike scripted television or heavily produced segments, their interactions feel genuine and relatable. Couples everywhere can recognize moments of minor misunderstandings, playful teasing, and inside jokes that make relationships fun and fulfilling. Will they finally have dinner with Al Roker? Now that the story of the text message mix-up has resurfaced, fans are left wondering, will Kelly and Mark finally have that long-overdue dinner with Al Roker? Given how much entertainment the mix-up has already provided, it would only be fitting for them to turn it into a reality. Perhaps a future Live with Kelly and Mark episode could even feature a live dinner with Al Roker, complete with behind-the-scenes moments and more amusing anecdotes. Fans would undoubtedly tune in for the chance to see Mark, Kelly, and Al enjoying each other's company. This time, without any accidental text messages stirring up confusion. The audience's reaction. Since sharing the story, fans of Live with Kelly and Mark have taken to social media to express their amusement. Many viewers found the misunderstanding hilarious, while others related to the unpredictability of technology and how it sometimes causes unintended confusion. It's clear that moments like these, real, unscripted, and full of personality, are what make Live with Kelly and Mark such a beloved show. Final thoughts. A story that keeps on giving. In the end, what started as a simple text message mishap has turned into one of the most talked about moments on Live with Kelly and Mark. It's a story that showcases the couple's humor, their ability to laugh at themselves, and their playful approach to life's unexpected surprises. As they continue to entertain audiences with their fun-loving personalities, fans can only hope that this isn't the last time Al Roker makes an unexpected cameo in their lives. Whether it's through a long-awaited dinner or another spontaneous on-air moment, one thing is for sure: whenever Kelly, Mark, and Al are involved, hilarity is bound to follow. So, what do you think about Mark Consuelos' hilarious mix-up with Al Roker? Have you ever experienced a technology-related misunderstanding like this? Let us know in the comments below. Mark Consuelos usually is fairly easygoing, but during a recent episode, he reveals a freaky mix-up with the Today Show weatherman Al Roker that got a rise out of him. Mark Consuelos has a moment of distrust during the Tuesday, February 3 episode of Live with Kelly and Mark. Host Mark Consuelos had a funny recollection of a strange cross with Al Roker. Early in Mark and Kelly Roper's relationship, they had a curious mix-up with the Today Show's Al Roker. At first, it created a little marital distrust Kelly wasn't expecting. Kelly Ripe and Mark Consuelos, live. Mark Consuelo has freaky mix-up with Al Roker. In the episode, Live with Kelly and Mark host, Kelly Roper reveals that a technical difficulty made Mark Consuelos question her loyalty. At that time, every once in a while, Kelly and Mark's phone carrier would experience a glitch that would swap their texts. Since they had the same phone company, their iPhones would do odd things. Unmistakably, it caused an alarming situation to unfold for Mark unexpectedly. Kelly Roper and Mark Consuelo, live. Furthermore, Mark Consuelo recalls seeing the full text pop up on his screen. He remembers the text saying, "Hey sweetie, when can we have dinner? Love, Al." However, Kelly objects to the "Hey sweetie" part. She claims it was Mark adding his own twist to the message. She didn't make light of the intense moment, but knew it was hilarious now. Although Mark could laugh in retrospect, he said that at the time he wasn't as easygoing about it. He added, "She gets back into bed and I go, 'Who the blank is Al? Who's Al?'" But Live with Kelly and Mark host, Kelly Riper was quick to set the record straight and ease her husband's mind. Kelly quickly explains, "Al Roker, our new best friend." Mark Consuelos backs down and realizes, "Of course, Al, of course." They both remember laughing a lot after the incident was sorted out. Although they never had the couple's date, they think it could still be promising for the future. After talking about sports, they revisited the idea of catching up with their good friend Al. They even noted they would go to his neck of the woods, playing off Al's Today Show traditional sign-off. Additionally, Mark had admittedly goofed up when filling in as a weatherman at one point, and used Al saying, "From the competition network." At the end of the segment, Kelly jokes referring to Al, "He's my lover." But Mark could appreciate that title now and added, "I condone that." What do you think about Mark Consuelo, Kelly Roper, and Al Roker's freaky mix-up? Are you enjoying Kelly and Mark's stories on Live with Kelly and Mark? Drop your comments below. Mark Consuelo's hilarious misunderstanding with Al Roker. A Live with Kelly and Mark moment to remember. Mark Consuelo, co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark, is usually a laid-back and easygoing personality. However, during a recent episode of the morning talk show, he recounted a bizarre mix-up involving the Today Show's weatherman, Al Roker, that temporarily shook his confidence. The unexpected incident, which took place early in his relationship with Kelly Riper, was the result of a strange technological glitch that led to an amusing yet intense marital misunderstanding. The moment of distrust, a simple text with big implications. On the Live with Kelly and Mark episode that aired on Tuesday, February 3, Mark Consuelo shared the humorous yet slightly nerve-wracking moment that once led him to question his wife's loyalty, albeit momentarily. The conversation took an unexpected turn when Kelly Riper recalled how their phone carrier, due to a technical glitch, would sometimes swap their text messages. Since both she and Mark used the same phone company, their iPhones occasionally displayed messages intended for one another. However, one particular mix-up caused an especially alarming situation. A text from Al raises questions. As Mark recounted, he was casually looking at his phone when he noticed a text that seemed out of place. He recalled reading, "Hey sweetie, when can we have dinner? Love, Al." Instantly, suspicion crept in. Who was Al, and why was he sending affectionate texts to Kelly? With a surge of confusion and curiosity, Mark confronted his wife. She gets back into bed and I go, "Who the blank is Al?" Mark confessed, sharing his initial reaction. Kelly, taken aback but quick to clarify, immediately reassured her husband. With a laugh, she explained, "Al Roker, our new best friend." The room, once filled with confusion, quickly turned into laughter as Mark realized how ridiculous his moment of distrust had been. A glitch with hilarious consequences. The technical hiccup between their phones had created an unnecessary moment of doubt, but it also led to an amusing memory that the couple can now look back on with fondness.